What about this problem? 2 out of 5 plus 1 out of 3. Do you know how to deal with this one?
Not it.
Not yet, right? Then it's kind of interesting if we discuss about how to add two fractional numbers with different denominator, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Do you already get the topics once you add two fractional numbers with the same denominator? Do you know how to deal with this fraction, Daiselin? If I have 3 out of 7 plus 2 out of 7, what is that equals to?
5-7.
5, 7. That's easy, right? That is completely easy. But how do you deal with this fraction if you have 2 out of 5 plus 3 out of 7? No, it's not 3 out of 7. I think 1 out of 3, I think, yeah. What about this problem? 2 out of 5 plus 1 out of 3. Do you know how to deal with this one?
Not it.
Not yet, right? Then it's kind of interesting if we discuss about how to add two fractional numbers with different denominator, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Nah. What is the real problem if we have this 2 out of 5 plus 1 out of 3?
The problem is if we add it sometimes when the denominator is the same, the denominator will not change like become 14 or what. It will stay as 7. But
Uh-huh.
because the denominator is different, we cannot make it the same because there's two different numbers.
Yeah, there's the two different numbers. Nah, that's the thing. So let's represent these two fractions with the representation of fractions. How do we represent the 2 out of 5 easily? All right, let's say this is the yellow shaded part represents the 2 out of 5
Oh,
fraction.
we share two parts.
We shade two parts and we have exactly totally 5 equal parts, right? And the shaded
Yeah.
parts represents the numerator,
And
right?
the unshaded is the denominator.
Right, like everything. The total equal parts is actually represents the denominator. All right. And how do you deal with the 1 out of 3? How many equal parts do we need to create here in representing the number 1 out of 3?
We need to uh we need to shade one.
1. And how many equal parts totally we have here?
5.
No, it's not 5 since the
3.
denominator 3. It's 3 equal parts, right? I'm gonna make it 3. Then since everything, even the 3 and the 5 equal parts, it actually represents exactly the same one whole, then yeah, they're supposed to be the same thing, right? So I'm gonna choose blue in representing the 1 out of 3 fraction here, right? This is blue shaded. And as you mentioned before, we need to shade just one part, right?
Yeah.
If we use the 5, then we can simply add the blue part there into the 5, right? Like this. What fraction is that? That is really
That
hard
um
since it is
that's
not full, right?
really yeah, it's almost 4, but it's
Yeah,
actually 3.
it's actually less than 4 out of 5 then.
Yeah.
Okay? It's actually
That's
less
the
than 4
3
out of
point.
5. That is the thing. So we can apply that way of thinking. Then what if we bring the yellow shaded there into the 3?
If we bring it,
It
it will
would
be the
be
same.
more than
More than 2,
2 out
but
of
less
3.
than
Yeah,
3.
it's more than 2 out of 3. And how do we solve this then? Do you have any idea how to solve this problem, Daiselin?
Not really.
Hmm. Okay, so yeah, I think we can find the common multiple of its denominator, which means 5 and 3. Have you learned about the common multiple before?
Yeah.
Start from multiple of 5 and multiple of 3. Then can you please find the common multiple of those two numbers?
15.
I love that. That was really quick. Then we need to make everything into 15 parts, right?
Okay.
Okay, so 15 parts. How do we make the 15 parts? And remember, the equal parts is supposed to be, I mean, the one whole is supposed to be the same thing here. Right. Yeah, that is still correct, right? It's 15 parts here. So we just need to add everything here. Yeah, start from the yellow shaded here. It's fit on it, right?
Yeah.
And then after the yellow, we add the blue shaded part there. And it's also fit on it, right? What is that equals to then, Daisy? Yeah,
11.
11 out of
15.
yeah, 11 out of 15, right? And then what can we conclude from this representation of two fractional numbers, Daisy?
Um,
If you only if you used to remember how to deal with the equivalent fraction, the 2 out of 5 here actually equals to This is the equivalent fraction of 2 out of 5. Equals to?
6 out of 15.
Yeah, I love that. It's 6 out of 15 plus. What about the blue? Take a look at this. The equivalent fraction of blue. Right
5.
now.
5 out of 15.
Yeah, it's 5 out of 15. 5 out of 15. And what is that equals to now? We actually have the
11
same
out of
denominator.
15.
11 per 15. That is the thing, right? So now you can conclude if we have to add two fractional numbers with different denominator, what should we do?
So we gotta find the the formula of the denominator first. Then
Mhm.
when we can, what do you call it?
The
We
equivalent
can
fraction, the common multiple.
common multiples, and
Mhm.
then we just add two of those numbers.
Okay, we just need to know exactly the first thing we need to know is the common multiple of those two numbers, right? We choose the
Yeah.
lowest common multiple, right? The lowest common multiple of those two denominators, right? And then after that, we just need to modify every single fraction to its equivalent form exactly to get the same denominator. Any question, this? No, yeah, it's pretty clear for you. What if you have this 2 out of 5 plus 1 out of 2? How do we deal with this kind of problem?
The denominator is 10.
I love that. How do you get that it's actually equals to 10?
I find the common multiples.
Yeah, the common multiple of 5 and 2 is actually equals to 10. So what is it 2 out of 5 turns into?
The 2 out of 5 turns into
It's supposed to be out of 10. What's the equivalent form of 2 out of 5 if you have the denominator modified as 10? What is it, the multiple of 5? I mean, 5 times what number equals to 10?
2.
2. Then you have to times the numerator exactly by the same number. It's times 2. So what is that equals to? The new numerator.
4
4, right. 4 out of 10 is actually the equivalent form of 2 out of 5. Again, plus what number out of what number?
plus 5 out of 10.
Yeah, it's 5 out of 10. So what's your final answer, Aislinn? 2 out of 5 plus 1 out of 2,
Out
that
of
is actually
10.
equals
9
to
out of 10.
9, 10. Right, that is amazing. All right. Any question, Aislinn? No, yeah, that was really clear for you.